Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Lido Loca daily vlog. Yeah, so it's Friday, whoop whoop. December the 1st, we made it to December. Wow, this year has gone by super quick. We are 71 days away from our cruise to Freeport and Nassau on the Carnival Liberty. Looking forward to that. It's about lunchtime. Jenny's actually working at this property today, and so I'm gonna go grab some lunch for her and May and join the ladies for lunch. Alright, I have snagged the food. I think I said it was 71 days, but it's 72 days until we cruise to cruise on the Liberty. But yeah, so I threw the sweater on today, and it's like 70 degrees out. This weather is so crazy in Charlotte, but sunny and 70. Here we are, December the 1st. But yeah, let me get this lunch in and feed the ladies. Well, there's Jenny.
Tony, hello.
Yes. How are you?
Good. Where's my lunch?
It's right here.
Well, it's about time that you made it here.
What?
That's good, thank you.
Like 12 minutes. Oh, you look so, I like that wall behind you. Hey, May. She won't even look over here. Can't even get her to wave. What's up? You want to eat lunch? Let's eat. All right, that lunch was delicious, but now the ladies want coffee, so I continue in my run around errand boy capacity. Beholden to the ladies. I mean, who wouldn't be? But anyways, I'm gonna go get some Starbucks. We're back. Dropped off the coffee for the ladies. I got my coffee. Gonna go finish up this afternoon, slide on into the weekend. We're gonna be talking gratuities later on, and so make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, you know what the deal is. We'll catch up with you later. Jenny.
Woody.
Where's my dinner?
Your dinner is right here.
Oh, cool. What do we got?
We have grilled chicken. We have some green beans. And then that's mashed sweet potatoes.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Yes, nice and healthy. I do. Let's eat.
Yum. Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
It's wow, what, 72 days until we
72
till we cruise on the Carnival Liberty?
Yes, on a Port Canaveral.
I wish it was 7 days. Somebody on the Lido Loca cruising community's got 2 days.
Yeah. Some people are on the ship now.
Oh man, we gotta get back on the cruise.
Yes.
So we thought tonight we would talk about gratuities and tipping. We got a question on the Lido Loca cruising community from Caitlin, and she was asking about prepaid gratuities and then actually gratuities on the ship. Mm-hmm. So if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We make these cruise tips and cruise vlogs, daily vlogs, and all kinds of stuff. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we put out new cruising content.
That's right.
So into the tipping. So tipping works a few ways. You can prepay your gratuities, and every person that cruises, they are assessed a gratuity fee. And that gratuity pays for your room steward, the guy that helps your room steward, the wait staff, and a bunch of other people that aren't really on the front lines of things.
Right.
And so you can prepay your gratuities, which is what we recommend because we like that all-inclusive feel. We like to pay as much stuff up front as possible, and so we like to prepay our gratuities.
Yes.
So Jenny, what about tipping extra? Do you believe in it, don't believe in it? What's your take on tipping extra?
I absolutely believe in it. You know, what is it, like $12 and change a day that they split amongst a lot of people. So like our room steward, we give him a little extra. We've always had anytime dining, so we haven't had the same waiter each night, or, you know, a lot of times we'll just eat in the Lido. So we haven't had the opportunity to do extra for our waiter or waitress. And of course, you know, I believe also with the room service, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, here's my philosophy. So I always make sure that I bring money to tip the porter, because they're not included in the prepaid gratuity. The porter is the guy that's going to handle your luggage at the cruise port when you arrive.
Right.
Room service, not included in the prepaid gratuity. So if you're going to use room service, make sure you bring a couple dollars to tip them when you use them. And then we always try to bring a little bit of extra cash, like when we go out on shore excursions, or just anybody that goes above and beyond. It's nice to be able to reward them with a little extra money.
Right.
But you know, I know it's like people travel on a budget, and so it's really easy to say, look, I'm traveling on a tight budget. I don't really have any extra money for extra gratuities. I would just encourage you to bake that in there. It's been our experience and my experience that you know, being a little generous usually pays off in the end. I don't, you know, without getting too mystical, too spiritual, it really is, it never hurts you to give.
That's right.
I mean, that's my experience. It's you know, I've never had a bad experience giving a few extra dollars.
Right.
From what I know, and I've worked in the service industry, I've worked for tips before, and you know, everybody is, in my opinion, everybody's essentially the same. You're working a job so that you can make some money to support your family, to do things in life that you want to do. And, you know, just because they're working on a cruise ship, just because they're working for tips, or just because they're working for a wage, it's never a bad thing to be generous, in my opinion.
I totally agree.
And that's how we try to live our life. So that's how I would encourage you, if you're going to go on a trip, budget a little extra money to give your room steward a little extra. Save some extra dollars for, you know, somebody that gives you outstanding service, or just randomly give somebody working on the ship a few extra dollars. It's gonna do your heart good, more than the few dollars that you might let go. And, you know, just budget it in there, right? Like, you know, I'm not advocating skipping doing something,
right.
But when you're putting your budget together, be mindful that, hey, look, I've got to do this prepaid gratuity, or the gratuity that I'm going to get charged on the ship, and then, you know, carry a little extra. I don't know any other way to say it.
Well, and when we were on the Fantasy, there was this one young lady that she cleaned the bathrooms right by the casino. And I saw her every day. And, you know, I frequent that restroom, because, you know, if I was in the casino or if we were at the coffee shop, it was right near this one bathroom. And I gave her $2 on the last day of the cruise, and she was so thankful. She just, you know,
yeah,
she wasn't expecting it. But you know what? I saw her throughout the whole cruise and just working, you know, diligently to keep it clean.
I've never really met anybody that gets bummed out when somebody says, hey, I think you did a good job and here's a few. I mean, right. Even a regular job, if all of a sudden they show up with a check and say you did a good job, here's some extra money, you're not going to say, well, you know, you already paid me, so, you know, I'm really bummed out to get this extra money.
Right.
Now, there is a fairly hefty controversy in the cruising world about whether or not to remove that prepaid gratuity. Yeah. You have the option to do that. So you can go down to customer service and say, look, I don't want to pay this gratuity. It's not mandatory, right? So customer service will allow you to remove the gratuity. I just don't know why anybody would do that. You're never going to be able to tip everybody that's getting paid out of that tip pool.
Right.
And even if you're having a bad experience, I would say let customer service resolve your issue instead of penalizing the people that are working on the ship.
I agree.
And even if you say your room steward didn't do a good job and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to take that guy's money away, I would just say, hey, let it go. I mean, there's going to be a time in your life when you don't do a good job, and hopefully whoever is interacting with you is going to show you a little bit of leniency and a little bit of grace. And I would say try to do the same. Now I know it's coming off a little preachy. I'm taking a hard stance on it, but I'm just saying, you know, in my experience in life, it's never bad to be a nice guy. It's never bad to try to, let something go. But again,
and you're paying it forward.
Yeah, you're paying it forward. And again, if something's wrong with the room steward, you know, take it up with customer service. The cruise lines are very accommodating. Hopefully they'll do something for you. But I would say as a very last resort, taking away somebody's money who's, you know, trying their best to make it while you're having a vacation, I would be really hard pressed to do that. I don't know if that's the popular opinion or the unpopular opinion. That's just the way we choose to live our lives.
Or I mean, you know, also maybe talk to them first before you go to customer service. You know, maybe there was just a misunderstanding. If you wanted ice every other day and he was bringing it every day or something like that, you know, and if you don't get what you want fixed through that person, then, you know, then bring it up with guest services.
And I would say do it in a way that you're not, you know, irate or yelling at the person. I mean, you gotta have some sense there.
Because I mean, bottom line is they're on a vacation.
Yeah. So and
they're working.
And trust me, I understand what it's like to save for vacation and want to have the best vacation experience, and you know, not discounting that at all. But I don't think you have to sacrifice being a nice person, you know, to have your vacation. So I don't know if that's the answer you guys wanted, but that's kind of how we approach.
That's our answer.
That's kind of how we approach tipping. We sure do appreciate the question. Hopefully that's helpful. If you guys have more questions that you want us to address, you could leave a comment below, or you could join us over on Lido Loca Cruising Community on Facebook. That's where that question came in. So we're always there.
Thanks again.
Yeah, we do appreciate that. And hey, if you like this video, if you could give it a thumbs up. And again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
And we're on Twitter and Instagram at Lido Loca.
Yeah, so I can't believe 72 days, Jen.
I know, it's so exciting. I'm ready for the weekend.
Well, yeah, you guys have a good weekend, and we will catch up with you later. And until then, we'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.